Welcome to the BEASTwriter family where social media engagement is encouraged. I am your host, Ryan Sakamoto, and today we are going to be making sense of the Denver Broncos signing cornerback Kyle Fuller to a one-year, $9.5 million deal. So let's get started. Now, before we go ahead and do that, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Just be sure to turn on and flip on the bell notifications so you get notified when I go live or when I upload content. Also, I'm looking at my analytics and I'm seeing 58.3% of you guys are liking all my stuff, watching all my videos, but have yet to subscribe to my channel. So please do your boy a solid and hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen as you stay up to date on all things Beast in real time. All right, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, I am picking up followers daily now and subscribers daily. We're adding new BEASTwriter family members by the second. So it's a good thing. So I'm going to break it down as I do all my podcasts into 3 parameters. So if you're new, this is how I do it. The first parameter is who are the players or the coaches involved. The second parameter is why the move was made or potentially could be made. And the last but not least parameter is the instant gratification versus long-term gains. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the player. Let me just pull up these tickers for you because I know you guys love these tickers. First parameter, who is Kyle Fuller? Well, that's a great question. Who is Kyle Fuller? Well, Kyle Fuller is a 2014 first-round pick, drafted number 14 overall out of Virginia Tech, and he clocked in at 5'11", 190 pounds. He ran a 4.49 40-yard dash, also had a 6.93 cone drill. So again, when you look at the 2 critical factors and the measurables that I look for when evaluating the cornerback position, these are the 2 that I look for among others, but I really key in on these ones, and for good reason. It tests a player's explosiveness off the line of scrimmage, also his ability to flip and turn his hips. A lot of things that you can see here, muscle twitch, muscle fibers are apparent here. All right, so with that being said, what else does Kyle Fuller bring to the table? Let's double down on those gains. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first-team All-Pro back in 2018, where he led the NFL in interceptions with 7. He has 19 career interceptions for his career, and this is what he does well, right? So people are wondering, like, what does he do well? He's only 5'11", 190 pounds, so what are the Denver Broncos getting? Well, they're getting a smart, savvy quarterback who wins the technique game, right? He stays square at the line of scrimmage, displays and shows patient feet, and he doesn't open his hips up too early. That's something that you see in a lot of these cornerbacks nowadays is they get happy feet. And when they do that, they get beat on double moves and comebacks and hitches and so forth. So with Kyle Fuller, you're getting a very fundamentally sound technician of the game, and he has the ability also to mirror wide receivers downfield in a slightly trail mode. So when wide receivers try to work back toward the football, he's always in position to make a break on the ball. Now, to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, I will say this. Because he's 5'11" and 190 pounds, he does lose 50-50 balls at the catch point. And when he's matched up one-on-one outside, that's when he struggles against these bigger-bodied wide receivers. I spoke about Kenny Galladay yesterday, late last night in my earlier podcast. And if he was to go up against Kenny Galladay down inside the red zone, good luck. Kenny Galladay would definitely win that battle every time, 9 times out of 10. So with that being said, I do like what Kyle Fuller brings to the table, but more importantly than that, it's the penalties that really irks me. In my grading system, as you guys know, I grade all 32 NFL teams and their players. Kyle Fuller did not rank well in my grading system. In fact, he had 7 penalties last year in 2020, giving up 9th worst in terms of hitting yardage with 104. That's not good for a boundary cornerback. So when you put that all together, yes, Kyle Fuller did play well for the Chicago Bears from 2014 to 2020 for the most part. However, his production has kind of declined, kind of like Steven Nelson from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I actually spoke about 2 days ago on that podcast. So again, I cover all 32. This is why you guys tuned in, because you guys can't just compare one cornerback on one team to the team that you're rooting for and compare them to. What if the whole cornerback position on that team is garbage? And you're saying, well, this player is good. Well, compared to what? The players on the team that you like? No, you have to look at all 31 other NFL teams. That's how you really gauge how good a player really is or how good he is not. Right? Right. All right. So again, we broke down who Kyle Fuller is. And now we're going to talk about why the move was made. So let me just pull up that ticker and we will get going on that. You guys love these tickers. So why the move was made, I think you can see it here. Make sure I do it right. Yeah, why the move was made. Well, in simplest form, Chicago Bears GM Ryan Pace needed to clear up at least $10 million in cap space to sign his 2021 draft class. He's barely head above water. By wiping your hands clean of Kyle Fuller, you're saving the team in excess of $11 million in cap savings. Furthermore, with that being said, he's the most logical cap cut because when you look at the financial balance sheet, you're not going to cut Akeem Hicks. He's an all-pro player. That guy's a beast along the defensive line, and you're not going to cut that guy. So, Kyle Fuller, production has declined. Akeem Hicks, his production has not declined. He's been the more consistent player of the two. You roll with Kyle Fuller. All right. Secondly, on the flip side of this, what do the Denver Broncos get in return? Well, they get another boundary cornerback. If you remember, they just went out and signed free agent Ronald Darby from the Washington Football Team to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Why'd they do that? Well, if you look at what happened last year, who did they have playing boundary cornerback? It was AJ Bouye, but he's no longer on the team. And when he was out, who had to come in and relish his starting role? That was Bryce Callahan. He was playing out of position and was beat time and time again as the boundary cornerback, where his natural position should be at free safety. Or not free safety, the slot cornerback position. So when he plays in the slot cornerback position, he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. When you switch him out to boundary, that's where he struggles. So Vic Fangio realizes this. He then doubles down on that and then picks another player from the Chicago Bears, because if you remember, he double dipped the first time with Bryce Callahan, taking him away from the Chicago Bears when he went to Denver. And now he does it again with Kyle Fuller. Kyle Fuller can now take the boundary cornerback position and allow Bryce Callahan to slide right in back to his natural slot role. Makes sense. It really does make sense. And again, this is why the move was made, right? Because again, there's a lot of moving parts. And if you're Vic Fangio, you're saying, okay, we got Ronald Darby on one side. Wow, Kyle Fuller is available. Let's sign that guy. I don't care. Let's sign him to a $10 million contract, 9.5, whatever the case may be. Let's get that guy. Boom, plug him in there. I want Kyle Fuller because I love Kyle Fuller. I loved him when he was on my team with the Chicago Bears. He's one of my favorite boundary quarterbacks that I've ever coached. And furthermore, let's give him a 1-year prove-it deal because I know that if he plays well, he's going to want to stick with me. Makes sense. It makes sense. And that brings me to the instant gratification versus long-term gains, guys. Let me just bring it up here on the ticker so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The last parameter, instant gratification versus long-term gains. So what is the instant gratification versus long-term gains? Well, the parameters of the financial cap, right? Again, I just spoke about that earlier. The Bears need to clear $11 million off their books. They do that with Kyle Fuller. On the flip side, the Broncos still get 2 boundary cornerbacks, one in Ronald Darby, one in Kyle Fuller, and now Bryce Callahan can switch in inside to the slot cornerback position. His nickelback role, nice. Nice play by Vic Fangio. Furthermore, you're locking down 2 starting boundary cornerbacks for the foreseeable future. Again, the long-term game here is Fangio is banking on Kyle Fuller balling out of control to where he's going to have a good year and want to stay in Denver. You see all these 1-year prove-it deals? A lot of these 1-year prove-it deals, they're banking on auditioning for the other 31 other NFL teams. However, if they really like the cultural dynamic that they're trying to build on their respective teams, they're going to want to stay. And obviously, Kyle Fuller understands Vic Fangio's culture because he coached him well with the Chicago Bears. It makes perfect logical sense to why Fangio would make a play for Kyle Fuller as opposed to going out and getting a guy like cornerback Richard Sherman. Right? Right. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Covering up this podcast. I hope you liked my insights and analysis. If you did, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen as you stay up to date on all things Beast in real time. Also, please, Broncos fans, drop your comments, drop your thoughts. I love engaging with you guys on this platform. Please leave your comments. And again, welcome to the BEASTwriter family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. BEASTwriter out.